You guys can't see it in my face because I don't have my webcam on. And you also probably can't hear it in my voice because I'm very tired. But this morning, I got this random tag from one of my community members in the Discord, and they reminded me a while back. They asked me if I was forced to join the entity's realm, but I was given the choice of becoming killer or survivor, who would I choose? And I did make the choice of becoming killer because I don't like the idea of dying over and over again for eternity. And they made a killer concept out of me, and it's the funniest fucking thing. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's the funniest thing because I haven't read it. What happened was I clicked on the link, I read this part, and then I read up to here where it says "New Killer the Comedian," and I was like, "There's no fucking way." So I asked them. I was like, "Did you turned me into a killer concept?" And when they said yes, I said, "Fuck this, let's go." So shout out to Bogus in my Discord channel. Let's fucking read through this. I think this is going to be a fun video. I had a different video planned for today, for Wednesday when you guys are watching it, but I want to do this instead. You guys will get that video tomorrow. So, New Killer the Comedian. Weapon, the giggle cane, a cane with a rubber chicken head attached to the top of it. Upon swing or impact, it would extend, releasing an eerie sound of the giggle, while hitting a survivor additionally releases a sound of a short squeak. That's so fucking funny, dude. Hold on, that's so funny. 4.6, 115. And then it says alternate movement 4.4, 110. I wonder what this is going to be. Appearance, gender, height, and ethnicity. So if you guys don't know, I'm fat, bald, and white. I'm non-binary, and I think the last time I measured myself, I was 5'6". I'm very short. Difficulty hard. Oh yeah, I am. Okay, overview. The comedian is a highly manipulated killer. Manipulated or manipulative? Which one? Okay. It's manipulated. Forced to do harm, with a thing they love, and never wanted to deal pain with laughter. True. The whole reason I became a comedian was so that I could make people laugh. I love the sound of laughter. It's like my favorite thing ever. So it's yeah. He does that by the use of his power, laughing my ass off, accompanied by special ability belly flop. Oh my god, bro. Three personal perk: comedic potential, dark humor, and scourge hook stand-up act. Allow them to pull off. If you're wondering why I'm saying them instead of him, it's because I go by they them pronouns, but that's okay. I'm not mad at Bogus. They might not have known. I don't advertise it a lot, so that's why I keep saying them. To pull off unexpected jokes on survivors, especially during chases, turn survivors into joke traps that will deal damage when interacted with, and greatly increase the strength of Scourge Hook perks while giving the ability to hide yourself for a short while. Okay. Power, laughing my ass off. Years, or Lamau for short. Years of experience in comedy left you a joke or two up your sleeve, and when one laughs, everyone does. Lamau has two phases: laughing fit and cringeful jokes. These names, bro. These phases allow you to charge Lamau meter. Wait, hold on. These phases allow you to charge Lamau meter, unlocking special ability called belly flop. Lamau meter has 40 charges. Phase 1, laughing fit. Press the power button to activate laughing fit and hold the power button to maintain it. After 1 second of activation, you'll begin to giggle, which can be heard for everyone within a 12-meter radius for as long as you perform the action. While laughing fit is active, your movement speed is reduced to 4.4 meters or 110. Giggling becomes louder for survivors the closer the killer is. Survivors who hear the giggle will also have their camera very slightly moved to the sides. When hearing the killer's giggle, survivors will have the giggle meter on their HUD charged, and upon reaching 100%, which takes 12 seconds, survivors will be affected by the giggle status effect. If the meter doesn't reach 100%, it will decay at a rate of 10% per second when not in giggle range. Performing giggle action while looking at a survivor will make their giggle meter charge 25% faster and additionally charge Lamau meter by 0.75 charges a second. Survivors affected by the giggle status effect will giggle, which can be heard by every player within an 8-meter range and cause all survivors within this range to be able to giggle. So it's like an infection. It's like a ghost face stalk that infects people. I love that idea, actually. You can tell this person watches me because they didn't give me like some lame ass chase power or whatever. They gave me some stupid like strategic infection power. Phase 2, cringeful jokes. Once Lamau is charged 50%, laughing fit is replaced with cringeful jokes. While cringeful jokes is active, you keep giggling automatically. Instead, clicking the power button will activate cringeful jokes, releasing a laughter sound wave in the shape of a 30-degree cone with a radius of 12 meters expanding at the speed of 12 meters a second. Soundwave will bounce off of walls with the same cone in another direction until it travels a total distance of 16 meters. Oh, that's interesting. I like that, actually. So you can like bounce your attack thing off of walls. Survivors hit by the sound wave will become affected with giggle status effect if they had none, or laughter status effect if they were affected with the giggle status. Hitting a survivor with sound wave makes them laugh and automatically charges up the Lamau meter by 10 charges. Survivors suffering. I will say this up until this point. We probably need to give the meters and stuff like different name. I guess they have different names. I'm kind of confused about which one belongs to the killer and which one belongs to the survivor at certain points. But this isn't a review. This is a reaction. It's just that's my only thing is like I'm getting confused at certain points, but this is really fun. If you guys want to like read this for yourself instead of just listening to me spout it off, then I'll leave this link down in the comment section for you guys to check out. Survivors suffering from laughter will have a 10% chance to laugh uncontrollably every second. This is making me sound like the fucking Joker or something. I actually, fun fact, I wanted to audition for a Joker role one day, and I even made a Joker laugh. I don't even know if I could do it. Hold on. Let me get some water, and then I'll try to do it for you guys. Fucking lubricate my throat real quick. Okay. So this was going to be my Joker laugh. I encourage you all to cringe. Okay, moving on. The chances increase. Okay, hold on. Survivors suffering from laughter will have a 10% chance to laugh uncontrollably every second when not performing actions. This chance is increased for every survivor within a 12-meter range by 5% if another survivor suffers either. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be either. From giggle. Nope. It says neither. 5%. Oh, okay. I get it. So if the other survivors don't have giggle or laughter, it's 5%. If the other survivors are suffering from giggle, it's 10 and 15%. Okay. I get you. So basically it's playing back into that infectious thing. I really like this idea so far. I think there's probably some tweaks that could be done to it that somebody will point out in the comments, no doubt. But for right now, I just really enjoy this idea. I think it's fucking great. I love the idea of it kind of reminds me of the Doctor iridescent, what is it? The Queen, the one that zaps survivors when they get near of each other. It's an infection that grows in power the more people are infected, but it's info basically. It's a big info power. Doing so reveals their location for you for 3 seconds. Survivors affected with laughter will charge up Lamau passively by 5 charges a second. Additionally, if a survivor in range suffers from laughter, survivors can laugh when performing actions, which will interrupt them. So basically, the laughter doesn't always interrupt actions, but if 2 survivors are suffering from the laughter, then it does. Survivors can go back to giggle status from laughter by performing a 6-second interaction inside a locker called Laugh It Off. Oh, they have to get in a locker? Oh, shit. Okay, special ability, belly flop. Oh, they can't remove giggle. That's really good. Belly flop. When laughing my ass off is fully charged, click the active ability button to activate belly flop. When activated, perform a 5 meter or less if hitting an obstacle or survivor earlier. Jump forward at a speed of 125, landing on the belly and creating 2 areas of effect. Continuous jumps can be performed as long as skill checks appearing after each landing are successfully hit and a fight is not initiated. You're giving a killer skill checks? I love this concept so much, dude. This is so fucking great. Upon hitting a skill check, your next jump will be performed in the direction where your camera is looking upon hitting the skill check. Okay. Upon missing a skill check, belly flop automatically deactivates, and after a 2-second stun, makes you lose all progress toward Lamau. Oh, wow, that's crazy. So it resets the meter, basically. Okay. Sorry, I need to drink more water. My mouth gets really dry when I'm tired. First is called the Belly Crush and has a radius of 2 meters. Whenever a survivor is hit during belly flops or is within range of you after landing, it will automatically be deactivated and a fight will be initiated. During a fight, both survivor and killer are faced with 3 skill checks, and the result is determined by the difference of skill checks by each side. I'm gonna assume that this means like whoever gets closer to the great zones. What happens if all 3 hit the great zones? Me wonders. Both survivor and killer will be shown a HUD how many skill checks during fight got hit by the other side. +3 survivor. Killer is stunned for 4 seconds. Killer suffers from sore limbs. They even included one of my status effects from my video. I love this so much. And severed connection status effect. I wonder what that is. Lose 100% charges of Lamau. Survivor does not lose a health state. Okay. I wonder if severed connection is like their name for my Lost Trails effect. +2 to the survivor. Killer is stunned for 2 seconds. Killer suffers from sore limbs and blindness for the next 15 seconds. Lose 32 or 80% charges of Lamau. Survivor does not lose a health state. Killer cannot perform an attack for an additional 2 seconds. Okay. Killer suffers from 5% hindered for the next 10 seconds. Oh, wow. Lose 24 or 60% of the charges of Lamau. Survivor loses a health state. A draw, survivor. Oh, okay, so he even has what a draw is. Okay. Survivor loses a health state. Lose 30% charges of Lamau. +1 of the killers. Survivor loses a health state. Survivor is affected by blindness. And belly flop enters a cooldown. Okay. Loses a health state and becomes deep wounded. Suffers from blindness and restrained. Oh, let's go. My restrained status effect. Yes, sir. Enters a cooldown at 10 seconds. Survivor loses a health state and becomes deep wounded. Blindness, restrained, and confusion. And belly flop enters a cooldown of 5. That's crazy. Each time a fight happens, skill check size for survivors is decreased by 10%, up to a maximum of 50%. Fight skill checks cannot be affected by perks. That's a good addition. Regardless of the result after a fight happens, killer cannot perform any actions for the next 2 seconds. Additionally, upon landing, a second area of effect called Shockwave will be created. Shockwave has a radius of 6 meters. Survivors hit by the shockwave will become staggered for 1 second and suffer from 10% hindered for 2 seconds. Okay, all right. Oh, these all even have descriptions. Oh my god, this is so well thought out, dude. Okay. Broken glasses, a pair of reading glasses that broke by accidentally stepping on them. Cracked lenses blur the line between the comedy and tragedy in Kaiser's new role. Decreases the stun time after a belly flop ends due to missed skill check by 1 second. Okay. Loudspeaker, a normal big loudspeaker that would emit a sound which was emitted into the microphone. Increases the cone of the sound wave. Increases the range of the sound wave. A trophy received by Kaiser for winning a local comedy competition where they crushed their opponents despite their young age at the time. This is actually, dude, fucking Bogus is like deep into Kaiser lore. So if you guys don't know, I have been doing stand-up comedy since I was 9 years old. I wrote my first joke at 9. So it's been 21 years that I've been doing stand-up. I did my first gig at 10, and I did my first talent show at 11, and I won it. This is fucking deep-ass Kaiser lore right here, bro. Increases the amount of charges gained when giggling while looking at a survivor. Okay. Increases the speed of the sound wave. Oh, that's really cool. Mouse puppet. A symbol of failed attempt at ventriloquism not affecting Kaiser's career, as they only tried it when alone before resigning. Fun fact, I know for a fact that they just guessed on this one. This is not like, unless they're like fucking cameras in my room or some shit. But I actually did want to be a ventriloquist when I first watched Jeff Dunham, and I could not get the shit right for anything. I even bought like the kit and the DVD and fucking all that other crap. I bought this book, the Ventriloquist for Dummies book. I could not get it right for the life of me. So yes, ventriloquism has been off the table for a while. Your movement speed is no longer reduced while using Laughing Fit. Increases the amount of Lamau charges by 20. Gain 100%. Yes! I love these add-ons, dude. Uncommon, oversized jacket, a leather brown jacket Kaiser used to wear to a lot of their performances. Increases the radius of the belly flop by 1 meter. Increases the radius of the shockwave by 2 meters. That's really good, actually. Comedy Club napkin, a crumpled napkin from the Chuckle Hut with a few jokes scribbled on it in one of Kaiser's spontaneous moments of inspiration and creativity. Increases the speed of the belly flop by 10%. Dude, that's fucking crazy. So the flop goes at 135 instead of 125. Stand-up recording. The audio recording of Kaiser's last performance before being taken, capturing a lot of their audience. Increases the chance of the survivor laughing when affected by 5%. What was the... 10%, so it goes up to a 15% chance. Okay. Chuckle Hut poster, a place where you can eat, drink, and experience lots of laugh. The only place like that in Midnight Springs. Decreases the time it takes to fully charge survivor's giggle meter by 4 seconds. Giggling while looking at a survivor no longer grants faster giggle meter charge. Okay. That's actually really good. It's a good effect with a not crippling drawback. It decreases the amount of time Lamau charges by 5. Nice. A stage spotlight. Greens. Notebook page, a ripped out page from a notebook where Kaiser scribbled down notes with jokes and ideas. This one was crumpled into a ball. Increases the maximum fight skill check size reduction by 10%. Increases the fight skill check reduction after each fight by 5%. Ooh. Ticket stub collection. Symbol of how far they managed to reach despite not achieving total success. Increases the range of the belly flop by 3 meters. Shit, that goes 8 meters then. Ooh, shit. If this was a real concept, this would probably be one of the like common runs. You would run this one a lot. Ruffled suit. Mysterious man who offered Kaiser the festival ticket, memento of the unrefusable offer they signed. Increases the Laughing Fit's giggle range effect by 4 meters. Tattered top hat. A top hat worn by a mysterious man offering them a deal, a reminder of Kaiser's life-altering encounter. I like the story that's being told through these add-ons, that basically in the height of my career in this alternate universe, I was approached by a mysterious stranger who was most likely a part of the cult of the entity. This is interesting. Like I'm loving the story that's coming through here. We got wait, is there gonna be like a backstory? Oh shit, let's fucking go, dude. Okay. Laughing gas vial. Small metal ampule loaded into nitrous oxide will make you happy, but might also disorient you. When a survivor laughs, they'll become affected with the panic. Another one of my status effects. Let's go. For 5 seconds. This is actually my favorite status effect because I use it in like all my reworks. Increases the range at which survivors increase the chance to laugh. A survivor affected with laughter by 4 meters. Okay, purple. Squeaky nose, an undeniably inseparable element of many comedic acts. Survivors suffering from laughter can now laugh while performing actions. Overtuned microphone. The night Kaiser got taken during the show, the microphone seemed to emit a whistling, painful sound more often than ever. Survivors performing Laugh It Off will be revealed to you with Killer Instinct. Holy shit. Reduces the time it takes to perform Laugh It Off by 4 seconds. Oh, that's a good trade-off. That's a really good trade-off. So it goes from 6 seconds to 2 seconds, but I get to know where they're performing it at. Nice. Roll of duct tape. The distance and the direction of the giggle can no longer be discerned. Ooh. This would be another one I would use. Golden ticket. A fake ticket offered to Kaiser by a mysterious man that was supposed to fool them into accepting the offer, just with a weirdly changed color. Missing the first skill check of belly flop doesn't end it automatically, but causes the next skill check to appear. Okay. Following skill check has its size reduced by 30%. Ultra rare, infamous banana peel. That's great. Decreases your movement speed while using Laughing Fit by 5%. While using Laughing Fit, gain the undetectable status effect. Whenever a survivor laughs as an effect of laughter, their aura is revealed to you for 4 seconds instead of their location. That's amazing. Shockwave no longer staggers or applies hinder to survivors. Shockwave now injures healthy survivors and deep wounds injured survivors. Oh, that's so great, dude. The rubber chicken. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love this. I love this add-on design. I love that you didn't like give exposed to one of them. I love that one of them helps the information. Like overall power and add-on wise, I like that this is definitely Bogus definitely knows me well because they know that I'm a bigger fan of like status effects and stuff like that over like pure chase potential. So like I'm really happy. Like there is some chase potential with the belly flop, but all in all, it's mostly an information and then targeted interactable power that I really, really enjoy. I like this a lot. Okay, perks. Comedic potential. Everything can be laughed about if you know how to turn it into a joke. Almost completely true. I'm not going to get into it, but almost completely true. Whenever a survivor vaults a window or drop pallet, they suffer from blindness status effect for 6, 8, 10 seconds. If vault happens during chase, survivor will additionally suffer from confusion. Let's go. Let's go. For the next 5 seconds. When a survivor is affected by confusion, as an effect of this perk, it goes on a cooldown of 35 seconds. That is a good counterbalance. I like that. Dark humor. Everyone knows that sometimes most inappropriate topics turn out to be the funniest. Whenever you hit a survivor with a basic attack, dark humor activates. When active, performing a successful basic attack on any survivor will reveal their aura to you for 4 seconds. Whenever a survivor tries to heal a survivor that was hit when dark humor was active, will suffer from panic for the next 16, 20, or 24 seconds. Hitting a survivor while dark humor is active deactivates the perk. Dark humor has a cooldown of 45 seconds. Okay. So the survivor healing the person who gets the follow-up swing is the one that panics. That's interesting. That's interesting. You could pair this with calorophobia really well. Another Scourge Hook perk. again, speaking to my personal favorite, I wish there was more Scourge Hook perks in the game. I really like Scourge. I prefer Scourge Hooks over Hexes. I think Scourge Hooks are really cool, and I wish there was more of them. But yeah. So in a comedy, you need to keep up with making jokes as you go. After all, the show must go on. Most comedians write their jokes before stand-up, but given the fact that I've done a lot of improv in my life, you're right on that. At the beginning of the trial, one random hook that is not a Scourge Hook is chosen and turned into a special hook. Special Hook's auras are revealed to you in yellow. Upon hooking a survivor on a special hook, Scourge Hook's stand-up act gains a token. Whenever a survivor is unhooked from a special hook, the hook is turned into a Scourge Hook, and a new hook is selected to become a special hook. This happens as long as there are hooks that are not Scourge Hooks. For each token in possession of Scourge Hook stand-up, increase the strength of all Scourge Hook perks by 6, 8, 10% of their base value. Whenever you hook a survivor on a Scourge Hook or special hook, gain the undetectable stats effect for 8 seconds. This is insane! Wait, this is actually fucking insane! Dude, what? Okay, for 1 second, let's give like constructive criticism. For 1 second, let's be serious. I think this is not necessary. As cool as it is, this is not necessary, and there should be a max on the tokens up to like 4, I think. I think if you just keep letting those tokens build, then eventually you'll get to like, you know, 6 or 7 tokens, and then you put somebody on a fucking pain res hook and just blow a gen for 70%. Oh, that would be so tilting. No, wait, it's additional. So it would be 95% of a gen gone. That would be so tilting. I like it. I like the idea, but to be critical for just a second, we should probably max the token gain to like 3 or 4. But outside of that, yeah, awesome. Okay, lore. Okay, let's see here. Oh, and Mori achievement. Holy crap. Holy crap. You got like a Mori and everything? Okay. All right, let me get my storytelling voice on. Hold on. Kaiser was a struggling stand-up comedian in the bustling city of Midnight Springs, who lived for laughter. Their life was never-ending roller coaster of open mic nights, comedy clubs, and odd jobs to make ends meet. Despite the grim reality of the entertainment industry, Kaiser clung to the dream of making it big, believing that one perfect punchline could change everything. And the fact that they could bring people joy and entertainment while doing what they loved only enhanced the feeling of excitement and unwillingness to stop. Kaiser's routine was a mix of self-deprecating humor and biting social commentary, as well as game commentary, and while they never struck gold, they had a loyal following of fans who adored their unique brand of comedy. Their most famous bit involved a rubber chicken and a banana peel, which always sent their audience into fits of laughter. One faithful night, as Kaiser was performing at the Chuckle Hut, a local comedy club known for its loudly cheering crowds, they noticed a peculiar figure sitting in the back. The man had an almost ghastly appearance, or more so aura, with sunken eyes and an unsettling grin that seemed to permanently etched into his face. But it was definitely not a grin caused by their jokes, unlike the rest of the attendants. He wore a tattered top hat and a ruffled blood-red suit. Unbeknownst to Kaiser, this mysterious figure had been observing Kaiser's life for some time, intrigued by the depths of human suffering that often hid behind laughter. Funnily enough, through his eyes, someone else was also looking. As Kaiser delivered their punchlines that night, they couldn't help but feel that the eerie figure in the back was the only one in the room who wasn't laughing. The man's unsettling presence threw off Kaiser's rhythm, and they stumbled through their set. Despite the awkwardness, Kaiser managed to finish his performance successfully and without any complaints. After the show, the man approached Kaiser, introducing himself as a talent scout who had connections in the entertainment industry. He apologized for his grumpiness, explaining it by not being a laughing out loud type of person. Next, he offered Kaiser an opportunity of a lifetime, a chance to perform at the prestigious comedy festival that can launch their career to stardom. Overwhelmed with excitement and desperation, Kaiser accepted the offer without hesitation. The moment Kaiser agreed, the room seemed to distort, and the laughter of the audience turned into a chorus of agonizing screams. They couldn't tell what was happening to them, but it was all happened so suddenly and abnormally, as if someone possessed them and made Kaiser feel this way. The last thing they could see before passing away was the grin of the mysterious man and a dense fog rolling into the room seemingly out of nowhere. In an instant, Kaiser was transported from the club's dimly lit stage to a place unlike any they had ever seen. The world around them was twisted, a nightmarish hellscape where reality itself seemed to unravel. Even though it didn't look like it in all the stories of hell, the color of dark blue dominated here as more or less dense fog spread throughout the cliffs and stone landscapes. What was odd is there weren't any people or living things here, or so it seemed, but the screams and laughs were still hearable, headache-inducing and mind-snapping. Also, despite being able to walk normally, some stones seemed to be stuck in the air, floating. As Kaiser gazed upon the twisted landscape, he could hear the maniac laughter of the mysterious man echoing in the distance over all the noises. Soon after being told by some whisper from an unknown source that they would need to use laughter against the purposes they had always wanted them to deliver. Pain, harm, and eventually death. And the visions manifesting before their eyes only added to both the physical and mental pain dealt to Kaiser. The conflict between the good and evil lasted definitely longer than anyone could have anticipated, but the invader had all of the time in the world. Its victim was already in its realm, the later. And so after a longish fight, Kaiser fell apart and snapped, becoming the comedian. That's actually chilling as shit. It'd probably be more chilling if I didn't stumble over my words. Okay. The comedian stands backwards to the downed survivor. As they slowly try to pick themselves up off the ground, the comedian casually and without looking throws an infamous banana peel behind themselves that lands right under the hands of the survivor. As a result, the survivor accidentally puts the hands in the same place, loses control after pushing it also under their feet, makes a front flip onto their back. Only then Kaiser looks back at them as they are gasping for air and takes out a rubber chicken and proceeds to sit on the survivor's chest while holding their hands and arms with their knees, immobilizing them. Right after, the comedian begins to forcefully shove the chicken into the survivor's mouth and throat. Then they keeps I can talk. Then they keep observing as survivor tries gasping for air and wiggling their legs trying to free themselves, which is impossible, at the same time releasing squeaking sounds with each breath attempt. This lasts for a short while, after which the survivor dies from suffocation, and the comedian just takes out the chicken and picks up the peel and stands over the body's head. Achievements, the Adept, of course, and agonizing punchlines pick up 20 survivors that were down not as a result of direct hit with a basic or special attack. Okay. Available never. New status effect from the video. Yep, the sore limbs. Okay, yeah, severed connection was my lost trail ability. And then that's it. Okay, awesome, bro. Like I said, I'm gonna leave this linked in the description for you guys to check out yourself, if you want to do that, if you want to reread some of the stuff. But this was really cool. Shout out again to Bogus in my Discord server for this like really fun concept. This was incredibly spontaneous. I did not expect to do this at all, so it was just really nice to kind of wake up to this. I am over the moon thrilled that somebody would put all this effort into something like this for me. So thank you again. It was really, really fun, really, really interesting. And yeah, other than that, guys, I love you all so much. A special thank you to Nuclear Bomb and Spirit Upgrades for being channel members. And you guys should already know about the Halloween sale by now. I'm not going to get into all of that. But if you guys want to talk to Bogus about this, You can probably leave a comment, but you can also, if you're over 18, join the Discord, which is linked in the description. But I don't know how to express gratitude well, so I'm sorry if I'm kind of like, yeah, thank you guys, and I'm just fucking moving on. I don't know how to express gratitude well, but I just genuinely cannot put into words how happy this made me to read. This really, really made my day and made my fucking week. So yeah, so you guys have a wonderful day. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow.